Hey everybody, this is Jeremy with Full of Sit.
Desi with Highway to Heal, and today we're taking you out on a little adventure with our pups. We decided to kind of do a life after COVID thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, stuff's starting to kind of open back up here, so we've got a couple pups that missed out a lot on being able to get out and about in a lot of public places, but now we're trying to play the catch-up game.
That's right. So we hope you guys enjoy, and as always, ask any questions, leave them in the comments, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and feel free to share.
All right.
Thanks.
Cool.
Cool. So this is Reckless, and he'll be a year old in September. He has not been anywhere since the middle of March. Normally he's afraid of those sliding doors, so I figured he would flinch today, but he didn't. He just kind of strolls right in. He's pretty curious, looking around, not paying any attention to me, nose to the ground.
Yeah, he handled the sliding doors pretty well, I think.
Yeah, he used to flinch, and we got him over that like right before COVID, and I was afraid that he would revert back, but he didn't. So we're just kind of cruising around. I see another dog over there, so off we go. He likes to bark at other dogs.
Yeah, that was the golden retriever there
Yeah.
the guy had.
And you could see their ears went up and everything, and he was focused, and I tried to catch him before he acted a fool and started barking and growling and carrying on. And this guy down here, I think he knew what we were doing because he caught on and he asked his dog to lay down for us.
Yeah, his dog was pretty chill. I liked that.
Yeah. I think he knew we were borrowing his dog. I got the pig.
There's the pig. Dun dun dun.
I'll tell you what though, those pigs have some pretty menacing eyes.
They do. Evil pigs.
So you can see his hair's all up. Oh, but that dog's still over there. Oh no, I'm trapped.
No, you're gonna make me go by the pig.
So we noticed that he's afraid of something. We're gonna get him over it. And we've talked about this in some of our other videos, you know, how important it is to overcome little fears. The baby carriage was one example, and probably not gonna have a pig statue in my house, but it's an opportunity to build some confidence.
We should have got like an up-close picture of those pigs' faces.
We should have. I'll go back tomorrow.
Because they're seriously like evil-looking pigs.
I'll go back tomorrow and put it in the comments. Just so people realize how weird these pigs are. So at first I'm just kind of walking him past. And once I feel like, okay, we can get moving without much of a reaction, then we'll try to interact with him a little bit more. Really just pushing him way past his comfort zone. And so that was a lot better. I think I only saw one ear flip back on that one.
Yeah, and we got a pig on each side of him now just for
Yeah, Jeremy
a
said
little extra intimidation.
Hey pig, okay, bye. All right, cool. But now we took a quick break. I cut it out. It's like he forgot everything.
He's like, oh, shoot the pigs there again.
Okay, we're good. We're good. I remember the pig now. And that's how these kinds of things are. You know, things that you don't see every day. You'll do really, really well. Pause for a minute, go back to it, and all of a sudden it's the scariest thing in the whole wide world. Boom, right there.
Yep.
So we worked through it.
It's a little 5-second break and he was like completely reset his brain.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I got this. I think he actually does it again at one point. Forgets all about it. And it's a pretty distracting environment. Oh no. Yeah.
Please don't hurt me, Mr. Pig.
So we're just gonna walk him back and forth. Torture him a little, apparently.
Wonder if he's scared of fingers.
Sorry, our film crew is recovering from a head injury. We're gonna blame that.
Yep.
She was a champ though. She stuck with us for a long time today.
She did.
Alright, so I think we're over that. Walking past. I can walk past. They don't come after me. Oh, wait a second. I don't want to look at it, though. So it's funny, the different stages that this goes through.
If I ignore it, it won't bother me.
Yeah.
Not gonna look at the pig.
He's not buying what you're selling, Jeremy.
No.
I'm gonna go hide behind Mom.
Mom, help.
So
It's like, wait a minute.
we got him comfortable enough
Where is it?
that we can kind of bribe him a little bit. I don't necessarily like to bribe him right out the gate because I feel like that's kind of you're not really conquering the fear. I think you're kind of bribing them to tolerate it. So I kind of like to just take them through and get them tolerating it, and then we can add some positive reinforcement there.
Yeah, a lot of times if you use food, it kind of helps them overcome their fear a little bit, but then as soon as food's gone out of the equation, they kind of revert right back to where they were before.
Uh-oh, it moves.
Yeah, oh my
So
God.
all angles of this pig, we're walking past it, we're getting him nose to nose with it, everything's cool, and we're gonna add another element, and guess what? Now it moves.
Yep. So one of the reasons that I twisted it a little bit like that was I wanted the dog to think that the pig was like turning to make eye contact with him. So the pig's head's like canted off to the side there, so I just initially just turned the pig so it was face to face with the dog.
Look at those legs stretched out.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna come get hot dogs, but I'm not gonna get too close.
And then I'm gonna hide. And just so people know, this dog actually hardly ever stops panting. He's not that stressed. He's always hot.
Yeah, he's got a pretty thick coat, so, and it's Southwest Tennessee in the middle of summer, so.
He says, I'm not playing with that thing, dude, but I'll take that snack. So we spent a pretty good amount of time with the pig because I feel like we would make some progress and then we'd go back to uncertainty fairly quickly. So I kind of wanted to really push it with them and not just end on, oh, I can walk by the pig. So he's finally kind of...
I'll get him semi-comfortable with a little bit of interaction. Why are you sniffing my butt, man?
Jeremy slid that one in on him. And he was kind of cool with it. I was pretty happy. I think we got him over the biggest hump. It might still bother him if we go back in there tomorrow.
Yeah.
But that's how it goes.
We'll keep it up. He'll get better.
Oh my God, there's a hole in it.
Well, yeah, we're just really going to push the envelope here. Stick your whole face in the pig's butt. I think these are supposed to be like planters or something. Very expensive planters.
Yeah, they are a little pricey.
But he says, I'm okay with this. This ain't so bad. His tail's not tucked. He's still stretching them legs out, but to be fair, he's also sticking his head in a dark hole. So with puppies, we like to get them on a lot of surfaces, climbing, things like that. Even after not being out for months, because he's been doing this kind of stuff since he was 10, 12 weeks old. And I honestly thought we would have a little bit of hesitation. He's by himself. He usually has another dog with him. But I guess he remembered everything. He wasn't worried about the different surfaces. He wasn't worried about the noise from those crinkly bags. This one was fun.
Yeah, this is where he gets a little shaky, right?
Yeah, I didn't stack those real well. And sometimes I do that on purpose, but I actually didn't mean to do it that poorly. I like things to move and Like, I like to get him on the flat carts and roll him around.
I think it was a good experience for him, though.
Yeah.
There he is, shaky, shaky. Oh my goodness.
And I kind of try to stabilize him a little bit because I really didn't mean for it to be that bad. And then he didn't care. He just kind of braced himself. So I'll try to kind of bump it with my knee and get it moving again and hold his attention, really. He's not real concerned about the wobbling.
Yeah, he's handling it pretty good.
I was surprised he didn't jump off it when it was real bad. I thought he would jump off it, but no, he just braced himself. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm staying here where the hot dogs are.
Yeah, when it was shaking real bad, he just tensed up and sat down, so that was pretty good.
This was another fun thing we used to do when he was younger. I gotta buy him a skateboard because that thing is hard to control.
He likes it, though.
Yeah, he thinks it's cool, and then now he thinks I'm gonna pull him around.
He's like, all right, let's go for a ride.
No. I think I'm done with this, lady. Get me a better one that doesn't move all over. One that goes straight. I don't have to buy him a skateboard. He got himself stuck. And that's his buddy. He was a little scared of her at first. When she first walked in.
Yeah.
Boogie.
Boogie. So this is Boogie. She's about the same age as Reckless, and she has not been out and about in public a whole lot. Like, literally the only place this dog has been is my house, Desi's house, and Hollywood Feed.
Hollywood Feed's a small pet store chain.
So we're just going to walk her through and see how she handles it. Pretty good with the pig. She wasn't too startled. Her ears went down some, but...
I think that was more like, she's like, what the heck?
And then here, now there's a pig on both sides, and that kind of backed her up a little bit. She wasn't quite sure. You see every time she walks past that pig, watch her ears. Bam. She ducks her head just a tiny bit and her ears go down. So here we're doing the same thing. We're just kind of scooting the pig around a little bit. She kind of tolerated that pretty well.
You're not afraid of dodgeballs.
She didn't have any issues with the ball, but she liked playing with the ball.
She wanted to play.
So, yeah, it was a pretty normal reaction for her.
I tried to get it going over her head to see if she'd flinch, and she was just pretty playful with it.
Yeah. She was a little worried about the box, so I tossed the ball in the box there, and she stuck her head up there to check it out, and I started shaking the box. She got a little scared. So here we see her, we're trying to get her up on some crinkly bags of feed, and she's had a little bit of an issue with being afraid of heights since she was a little puppy. She's never really liked climbing up on stuff. So we're gonna work her a little bit and see if we can get her over that. One thing I like about Boogie is she doesn't have the confidence initially to try a whole lot of stuff on her own. But if you push her, she complies really well. She'll give it a shot, and then she gets over it pretty quickly. So you'll see here we kind of had to push her a little bit to get her up on the food. But
Once she's up there, she was pretty happy.
yeah,
We made sure to have a pretty good celebration there
yeah.
because we did have to work pretty hard to get her up there. Now it's no problem.
Yep. Then once she does it once or twice, she just kind of rolls with it after that.
You can do it.
I think for people who have dogs kind of like her, this stuff is pretty important, you know.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people don't want to push their dogs. They're worried they're gonna shut them down or whatever. But some dogs I think kind of need it. Once you kind of push them through something a little bit, and then they realize, holy cow, I didn't die, and it was kind of fun.
Yeah, now she's having fun. Like, this is a game. I go up, I go down. I go up, I go
Yeah.
down. Dad gives me snacks. There's the finger again.
Yep. It's just pointing out the cart coming by, I think.
No, it's over the lens.
So here I'm walking her up on a pallet. I want her to walk across the pallet with the slats on it that she could see through. Just to kind of build her confidence. She's always been a little wary of grates that she can see through. She tends to not want to walk across them, so we're just kind of working on that a little bit here.
Building that confidence.
So that time I actually made her stop and stand on it for a couple seconds. And here we're just gonna get her up on one of the shelves. Oh, nope. Back to the pallet
Good
and the
girl.
food.
This was a hard one for her.
Yeah, so
The bags aren't real level either. So
yeah.
she's got a lot going against her.
So right there, she got a little worried. There was a pretty big gap, though, between those bags of food. She would have to, like, jump to get across it, and she wasn't comfortable enough yet being up on the bags to jump a gap. Okay, so I think this is where we're going to get her up on the shelf. Just getting her used to, again, used to getting up on stuff, and this is a little bit of a confined space here, so you see she hesitated a little bit, but
She definitely complied pretty easily.
yep.
She's a little low and slinky about it. But now she's kind of,
Yep.
she's relaxing
She
a
gets
little bit better.
a little better each time.
Nothing can stay on her.
It's like if you turn anything into a game with her,
Yeah.
she's ready. I love our neighborhood feed store for letting us do stuff like this.
Yeah. Not many places are going to let you bring your dogs in and
Vandalize.
let them climb all over crap in the store.
Anarchy. They opened the safe for us one time so we could stack the dogs in the safe.
Oh,
We didn't
jeez.
close the door. We just took a picture.
So I think this is where it just grabs the
Yeah.
paddle.
I didn't know they rattled. That one's
Yeah.
got like something in it.
And she was taking that pretty well. She wasn't really intimidated by it. She was a little curious, wanting to sniff it and see what it was. And then she wants to start playing with it. She's like, oh, okay, cool. It moves and it's plastic. Let's see if I can play with it.
Yeah, and it makes noise. That's the trifecta.
Yep. It rattles. Let me chew on it.
I don't understand this game, but I want to play it.
Do you want to take her to get some water before we head out?
I don't know what you're trying to get me to do, human.
But no one remembered but me.
Oh, spot on the floor.
I'm gonna bite it.
We're hanging out right here because of the baby chicks in the little metal troughs there.